Hello, and welcome to my introduction. Woo! I'm sorry for the light reflecting. I was like trying to, or the screen reflecting. I'm trying to make it not reflect, but I'd have to like tilt my head like this the whole time, and so I didn't want to do that because it would be uncomfortable and awkward. But hello, my name is Alex, and I am I was gonna say I'm kind of a big deal, but it's not true. I just I talk big for someone with very low self esteem, so that's something I do. Um, and yeah, but this is my introduction, and I was dormant not too long ago. I was dormant. I went dormant in January, and I came out of dormancy in March or something like that, maybe later than March. But yeah, I wasn't around, and I believe everyone kind of started making videos around the time I went dormant, which was, fun. Everyone was like, "Hey, Alex is dormant. Let's actually have fun now." They left me out of it, but yeah, so I get to actually make one. And other news is that Nico no longer exists. Nico split and is Ace and EJ once again, and that was actually my fault. But I won't go into that because that's like trauma stuff. I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, Nico doesn't exist anymore. It's just Ace and EJ. So maybe they'll make introductions later. But for now, it's my introduction. My name's Alex. I am 20 years old, and I am a vampire, and I am, uh, what else? I'm a trans man, uh, and I am maybe bisexual, maybe gay. I really don't know at this point if I'm gay or bisexual. I was like, I was like, I think I've had my bi awakening at this concert with a friend. It was a Five Sauce concert. Actually, I'm wearing a Five Sauce shirt right now. But I before that I was just like, no, I'm gay. I'm definitely gay, and so I'm very confused. Whenever someone is like, "What's your sexuality?" I'm just like, question marks. That's pretty much it. Uh, but I like labels. I like labels a lot. I find them comforting, and so I want to have a label on it, but I don't know, and it's frustrating for me not to know. Um, Other things that I like, I really like Five Seconds of Summer. They're my favorite band. I've been a fan for almost 10 years now, and which will, show that I'm not gonna say that I'm the core because cores don't really exist in DID, but I can say that I've been around for a while, and I was kind of the person to figure out that we had DID. I was the main personality, main host who was fronting, and had no clue that we had DID, and it had come up a few times, not like as DID, but as um, voices and like blackouts where I'd be like, oh, I don't remember what happened. Well, that's concerning. But yeah, and then Ace came to me and straight up was like, "You're a system." He didn't say it like that. At the time he was still a persecutor, so he was a lot harsher than that. But I remember distinctly having times where he would talk to me, and it was a thing. I remember I told our therapist one time, and she instantly, instead of like doing more like research into it, was like schizophrenia. You have schizophrenia, and she wanted to get us tested for it, but the body's parents not very fond of that idea of us having schizophrenia. And so they were very like, no, you don't have schizophrenia. And so like no research or no further tests were done at that point when that happened. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, like everyone has these like kinds of voices in their head. Everyone experiences this. Not true. Not everyone experiences this, but yeah, I'd often find myself like, you know, watching creators on YouTube, and like reading about DID for like years and years. Um, that the schizophrenia like misdiagnosis, it was never diagnosed, but like the uh, identification, I guess, that happened when we were like 13 or 12. And like I think since 12 we were looking into DID and, you know, different thing, mainly DID, well, different things, but DID would like, I always was just like, you know, this feels very like me. And I was like, no, I don't have DID, and I still get that way a lot these days. I still find myself denying it a lot, and there's some people in the system who get really upset with me for doing that, and you know, I doubt it's gonna ever stop. I doubt I'm gonna ever have a time where I'm like, yeah, I have DID, I believe this firmly. No, I doubt that's gonna ever really happen. Like, I'm really close to certain people in the system, and I just find it funny that I can be really close to, you know, certain people in the system and have full on like relationships with them, and I still can be like, nah, I'm making this up. Like, this isn't real. But I know that's like a common thing with people with DID. Like, there's a joke where it's like, you know, or maybe this actually is an actual symptom, but like that it's people with DID will just like not believe they have DID, and it's like, yes, you have DID. Stop denying it. I have to tell myself that every day, but yeah, I discovered that we have DID like when the body was 19 or 18. I think it was 19. And yeah, 18, I'm pretty sure it was 19. And it kind of happened very quickly. But I also think that it had been building up for years, because like we had been like reading about it for years, and I had been like really being like, I feel like this is me, but I really didn't want to talk about it with anyone, mostly because I was like, no, like there's no way, and even though I was having those experiences, I was just like completely in full on denial. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, when I first discovered that we're a system, uh, I was still, it happened really fast because like it had been building up. I feel like Ace and like the others had just been like waiting. They were just like, please stop being an idiot for 2 seconds. And eventually I stopped being an idiot. So, you know, there you go. But it happened with, there was blackouts happening in memory, with, I don't know if blackouts is the proper term, but I think it is. But where Ace would front. And Ace at the time was a persecutor, so it was pretty stressful when he'd front. He'd do stuff that, you know, was not very fun, pretty scary when I'd come back to the body, come back to front. And I would be really stressed out, and he would argue with one of my really close friends, and I would, you know, come back and I see these messages, like tons and tons of messages, and I'd be like, I didn't do this. I don't even know what's in these messages. I didn't write them. I don't know what happened. It's like imagine, for those of you without DID, just like imagine you get blackout drunk, and like at the time I don't drink, and imagine you just get blackout drunk like often, and you come back, and you come back to Earth, like come back from your night of partying, night of getting drunk, and you can't remember anything. Like you see all these messages to your close friend that you really care about, and they're like pretty angry and pretty mean, and you don't know what happened, and you don't remember it, and you're just like, and your friends are upset because you know they think that you're like this like asshole, um, and you're just like, I can't remember, and it really was hard, uh, because I felt like my relationships were just being like completely demolished, and I just like had no memory of them, and I found myself putting up postage notes on my wall, um, and they weren't addressed to anyone in particular. They were just like me, because I wouldn't remember what the fuck would happen, and so I put up these sticky notes to be like, maybe I can, like, when I'm in this like headspace where I'm like ruining my whole life, I'll notice these sticky notes and I will stop ruining my life. And I don't remember if Ace read them and they helped him at all. I think they did. I remember redoing them when I learned that we were a system. I remember redoing those sticky notes and writing his name on them instead of, I think they were just like neutral before, but now they had his name and were addressed towards him. And they had like DBT skills and stuff like that. Because I, like, instead of, I was, when I learned that we were a system, I was very stressed. Like, it was, the switching was cranked into overdrive, and like for months and months and months, it really stressed me out. It really took a toll on me, knowing that there are multiple people living in my head, like almost like 100 people at this point, because we're polyfragmented, and like it was really hard having those times when I would now know, like, when I'm not fronting, when I would have those times of blacking out and coming back to reality, that someone else is controlling the body, someone else is like living my life, quote unquote, and it scared me. It scared me. Like, if Ace had the capability to get into these arguments with my friends, like, what would happen if, like, it escalated, what would happen if they pretended to be me, and like like decided that, hey, this friend isn't cool, we're not going to be friends with him anymore. And I was really scared of that stuff, genuinely, and I'm not really scared of it anymore. I have a lot of trust in the different people in the system, and I am very close. Like Ace, I was most scared of him in the beginning, of like, because he was a persecutor, and because he was very angry and upset, and he'd take that out on the body and on people we're close to, and not like he wouldn't attack people, but he would have these, like, well, he has BPD, and so he would have, and so do I actually, but he would have these episodes where he would just be like so angry, and like people would come to him and be upset, and he'd be upset, and it was a whole thing. It was really hard, but he's a reformed persecutor now, and I really supported him when I kind of, even when when I first discovered that we were a system, even though I was like really stressed and I was like, this cannot be real. This is a dream. This is not real. I still tried to support him because I was like, this isn't gonna, me freaking out on him and just completely denying that he exists isn't gonna help the fact that, you know, I still have these blackouts and I still have like these moments where he is, where he does stuff. And so I tried my best to support him, and like the tables have kind of turned now. I'm not a persecutor, but I can be pretty, I have episodes of my own sometimes, and they're not like, they're different than his, whereas he was more angry, would like spam people and stuff, disappear for days, like try to cut off people. I'd say my episodes are more like a lot less anger, and more just like hurt, just like a lot of crying, and like I still do isolate myself, but not to the degree that Ace would, and I do it a lot less than he would. I am very focused on healing and trying to not let my emotions completely control me, and it's very tiring healing, but I am very, I believe we can do it. I believe we can heal. I'm not trying to go for final fusion, or we're not trying to go for final fusion, fusion where everyone fuses, but I will probably end up partially fusing at least our fragments, and that's gonna take a long time, I'm sure. Like I'm sure it's not an easy process to go through all the trauma that we've gone through, and like just I at the beginning I used to be very like, I want to know what happened, I want to know what trauma happened, but nowadays I find myself like, no, I think I'm good. I'm good, no thank you. But yeah, anyway, this is an introduction, and I'm like not talking about myself. Well, I am, but I'm not talking about like, you know, the basic stuff. So going into the basic stuff, my sexuality is a bunch of question marks, and I am a trans man. I first came out as gender fluid, and then I was like, nope, I'm just a trans man. And we're on testosterone, which is pretty fun and dandy. I do want to get top surgery one day. Most of the system is guys, or male identifying people, so not really an argument there. Or with the testosterone. And I am a Hellenic pagan. That's a big thing with me. I'm dating Jay in the system, and we're in an open relationship, so not everyone in the system is poly, but technically I am, because I'm in an open relationship with Jay. And Jay will eventually do an introduction, but we're usually co-con together, and the funny thing with our relationship is that I'm a very intense, not intense, but like I'm a Hellenic pagan, and it is something that I am very passionate about. I'm very close to Apollo, and I just started working with Aries, and like that's a big thing in my life. That's a really important thing to me. I've been a witch for years. Even before I knew that I was a system, I knew that I was a witch, and I have been practicing witchcraft for a while, and I have 3 altars in the room, and they're all mine. Well, they're not all mine, because there's other members of the system who practice Hellenic paganism, that being W and that being Danny. They also practice Hellenic paganism, but our relationships with the gods are different, because like we're different people. Like Danny barely fronts, and so his relationship with, he doesn't have a relationship with like Aries at all. He's never talked to Aries. I'm the only one who's talked to Aries. And then I'm really close to Apollo. Danny's really close to Apollo. He's loves Apollo. Apollo fanboy, he is. And so am I, honestly. But W, on the other hand, is he doesn't really connect to the gods that much. His focus is on self-love and self-care. So if he was to work with anyone, I feel like it would be Aphrodite, but he hasn't worked with anyone really. He's prayed to Apollo and offered Apollo stuff when he's fronted. But I think it's mostly been out of like respect, because like I wasn't fronting, let's say, and it's like Sunday, and I always do stuff for Apollo on Sunday because it's his day. And let's say Wilbur's fronting instead, he'll offer something to Apollo, even though he's not super connected to Apollo. He'll offer something still kind of like as a system offering, because you know, he feels like that's the respectful thing to do, and I really appreciate it, because like if I'm not fronting and I miss a Sunday, it makes me feel bad, because I want to consistently, you know, leave offerings and consistently worship. So that's the thing. But we're gonna make a video all about being a DID system and being a Hellenic pagan, and like the different religions that different members of the system are in. We're gonna make a video about that. But yeah, I find it funny because Jay is like hardcore atheist. He doesn't mind that I'm a Hellenic pagan, and I find it funny, because like I'm over here like, oh, Apollo did this, and Jay's like, cool. he doesn't go like, that's not real, but he's like, you know, he doesn't, it's not really his thing. So but I just find it funny, and you know, I'm just glad that he's respectful. But other stuff is that I really like manga. I really like BLs, and I like K-pop a lot. My favorite K-pop group is ATEEZ, and it used to be NCT. I have a Neobong actually. I'll go grab it. So hello, I got my Neobong. I should have brought this to the 5 Seconds of Summer concert. I didn't know that people bring their K-pop light sticks to concerts that aren't K-pop concerts. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That feels disrespectful. But my friend was like, no, people do it. And then at the 5 Sauce concert, we saw a Carabong, and so I was like, I should have brought it. But yeah, I like NCT. I really like ATEEZ. I don't have their light stick. I'm really sad that I don't have their light stick, because it is so pretty. And my alt bias is Taehyung, and I really love incense. I love incense so much, let me tell you. And my favorite incense, do I have a favorite incense? I like patchouli and amber and vanilla. I really like that one. It's one. It's not like patchouli, amber, and vanilla. It's all combined into one. And it smells so good. But I also like myrrh. I also like frankincense a lot. Myrrh more than frankincense. And I got this incense called Vampire's Blood, because I'm a vampire, and I like it a lot. It's really good. What else? Sandalwood I burned for Aries the other day. Me and W chose to burn it for Aries, and because he likes it, and that one was really good. And he made it curl, and that was really cool watching. I love when I like leave an offering of incense for a deity, and they make it curl. It's just like it's a sign that they're there, and I like it a lot, and it makes me very happy. I'm very emo. I wear black all the time, always wear red and black. That's like my colors. And but my favorite color is yellow. Funnily enough, I don't wear yellow. I have we have one sweater. It actually belongs to W, but I wear it on like special devotional days, because it's the only yellow thing I have aside from Ace's Pokemon sweater, his Pikachu sweater. But I'm not gonna wear his Pikachu sweater, because that is gonna trigger him out. And I also just don't want to wear his Pikachu sweater because I don't really care for Pokemon the way he does. Sorry to the Pokemon fans. I have this ring for Apollo. I really love it. It's silver. And I just got this sunflower glass bead necklace at in Seattle. I visited Seattle with my friend, and it was very fun. Very fun. Showed me that I can be an adult, I guess. What else about me? I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I really like Chinese food. It's like my favorite food, plus lasagna. My favorite drink is lemon iced tea. Love lemon iced tea, and I want to be a writer. I want to be a author, and one day I'm going to write a story. And actually, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm just everyone just know, just know, a story is gonna come out, and it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't want it to end now. I feel like I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna have so much more to say when it ends, so I'm thinking of what else I can say. I talk a lot, if you didn't know. I ramble a lot. Drink water. This is your mandatory drink water. Drink water. I'm telling you. I know if you don't drink water, and I'm telling you to drink water. I'll drink water too after this. I promise. And my favorite crystal is obsidian. There you go. Love obsidian. I have an obsidian wand, and I felt so attached to it when I went into the shop, and this was when I was first getting into witchcraft. This wand had my name on it. I loved it. I still love it. I'm still connected to it, and I love it. And I really want to find a pendulum that I'm that connected to. I have one pendulum that I'm kind of connected to, but not on the level of that obsidian wand. And I want an obsidian, maybe an obsidian pendulum. But the crystal I felt connected to lately is carnelian. I think I said that correctly. And I don't know if that's just because Apollo sees carnelian and is like, I want it, or if it's actually because it's like the crystal I need most in my life right now. But either way, I've been really attracted to carnelian lately, which is surprising to me. And anything else to say? Yeah. If you ever want to be friends, I run the Devoted to the Gods Tumblr on Tumblr with it's me, W, and Danny. Though Danny has barely posted on it. W's posted a few times. It's mostly me, and it's mostly me. So if you're wondering what altar usually post on there, that's me. Because I'm host, co-host with Jay, and I don't know if W is co-host technically. He's been fronting a lot lately, so he might be co-host as well. But yeah, it's me and Jay are for sure the co-host at the moment, and yeah, it's me who mainly runs that account. We also have the Obsidian Collective Instagram. If you want to be friends there, you can message me, and I'll probably be fronting. But if I'm not, I'll be fronting soon because I front a lot. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching this video. You are a lovely person, and yeah, continue for watch out for more videos from us, I guess. And yeah, make sure you drink water. I'm telling you to drink water. Please drink water. It's good for you, I promise. And I struggle with drinking water, and I'm gonna drink some water too. So drink some water. You're loved. Have a great day. Okay, love you.